the book of First Timothy, chapter 5, verse 20. It says, them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may fear. Okay, I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Hashem Kagwadas, Barakatam. Okay, we're going to give infinite honors and prayers to our Heavenly Father and the Son by the names of Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shah. Okay, double honors to the elders that teach and rule well, and salutation to the Akams that's pushing the truth and sincerity. All right, Lord willing, you brothers enduring to the end. Okay, and because we almost out of here. And as you can see on the screen, man, it's just, just a reminder that no one is above the law. No one is above the Most High. All right, not even the Son. Okay, so hey, man, rebuke is laid up for thee. All right, and in this segment, in this video, I'm gonna basically cover the facts of King David was rebuked in he was rebuked in every reincarnation, man. And I'm gonna go into all the accounts with that, because me and the brother was breaking bread on this, and it just came back around through my spirit, man. And Lord willing, it be edifying. I'm gonna throw it on wax, just to let you know, like, hey, man, the Lord, even King David was rebuked sternly, man. You see, in different reincarnations, man, to let you know that he suffered from some of the same things, man. Meaning what, man? Your lot is your lot that you gonna play out, man. What you coming, your spirit is the same spirit, man. All right. So this Mark, I'm gonna jump the first account with Mark. This Mark 8, and bear with me. This Mark 8 and 31. It says, and he began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected of the elders and of the chief priests and scribes, and be killed, and after 3 days rise again. He was telling them, look, I gotta die, man. And he spake that saying openly. So he spoke it openly, all right, to the disciples. And Peter took him and began to rebuke him. Hey, man, Peter was trying to rebuke the Lord, man. Peter took him to the side to rebuke the Son of Man. Okay. It says, but when he had turned about and looked on his disciples, he rebuked Peter. All right. And if you could receive it, several times I'm going to mention this quote. If you could receive it, Peter was King David. And I'm going to link it through the different reincarnations of how he was rebuked, pretty much in the same matter. Or if it wasn't the same matter, it still was a rebuke. Okay? It says, and he spake that saying openly, and Peter took him and began to rebuke him. But when he had turned about and looked on his disciples, he rebuked Peter, saying, get thee behind me, Satan. For thou savorest not the things that be of the Most High, but the things that be of men, man. You see? So he told Peter, get behind me, Satan. Hey, I'm going to keep this video short and sweet and to the point, man. Because look, when you getting rebuked, hey, you're supposed to get rebuked sharply, man. Matter of fact, he rebuked them sharply, man. It's like, let me get that. This Titus 1 and 13, it says, this witness is true. So all the disciples witnessed Peter, all right? And then now he tell Peter, he just had told Peter that I would set my rock, I would build my church upon you. Maybe Peter started feeling himself, man. Matter of fact, it says at the beginning of the verse. You the rock that I would set my house on. I'll get to it. But it says, this witness is true. Titus 1 and 13. Wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith, man. So, hey, The Yahweh shall rebuke Peter sharply, man. All right. And remember, Peter is King David, man. And I'm going to link it through the scriptures. You see? So I'm going to go, like I said, I'm not going to read the full accounts. I'm going to just get to the key points in the accounts, and you brothers could, go back and read the accounts for yourself, man. But he told Peter that, upon you shall be my rock that I build my church upon, man. He just told Peter that, man. Maybe Peter start feeling himself, and call himself rebuking the Lord, all right, going against, basically the Lord's will, man. All right, what has to be done? What thus says the Lord. All right, I'm get another account. This John. This John 13:5. And it reads, After that he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and to wipe them with the towel wherewith he was girded. Then cometh he to Simon Peter, and Peter said unto him, Doest thou wash my feet? Of course, he washing everybody else's feet, Peter. It says, Yahweh shall answer and said unto him, What I know, what I do thou knowest not now, but thou shalt know hereafter. And Peter said unto him, Thou shalt never wash my feet. And Amashak Yahweh shall answer him, If I wash thee not, thou hast no part with me, man. So what we consider rebuke, all right? There's no, there's a moderation to rebuke, right? But hey, when somebody telling you something right, man, it don't matter how it come. All right, you just gotta gird your loins up, man. All right. Now, yeah, we deal with different spirits and there's different ways of doing things. But when it's right, man. It says, once again, so this is a rebuking, man. All right, he reproving him. He said, If I wash thee not, thou hast no part with me. Meaning, look, you ain't taking no part with me if you don't let me wash your feet, man. Then Simon Peter said unto him, Lord, not my feet only, but also my hands and my head. Meaning like, look, snap. He snapped back into reality like, oh man, he said, I don't got no part with him. Well, look, wash my whole body. But that was a rebuke and a reproof to get his mind right, man. Because there's going to be a lot of times where Peter, King David, and if you could receive it, Moses, all right, they always rebuke sternly, man. That's how you know this is the same man coming back to reincarnation, man. Hey, and once again, if you can't receive that, then, hey, man, pray to the Lord, he open your eyes up, man. Pray that he give you more faith, man, to understand, you see? So I'm going to jump to another account. I'm going to stay in John. It's John 18. And this all the times King David was getting, rebuked, man. All right. Just in this reincarnation, he was Peter. All right. So this John 18, I'm going to jump to 10. It says, Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it and smote the high priest's servant and cut off his ear. The servant name was Malchus. Then said Yahweh to Peter, here go Peter again, man, doing some shit he don't got no business doing, or saying some shit he don't got no business saying. This time he did some shit he ain't had no business doing. Last time he said some shit he ain't have no business saying. It says, Put up thy sword into thy sheath. The cup which my father had given me, shall I not drink it? Meaning, look, shall not these men come take me up, and the word of the Lord be fulfilled? The will of the Lord be fulfilled? The thing that Peter was doing, he was trying to stop prophecy, man. The fulfillment of the word of the Lord. But he just saw it as, I'm protecting the Lord, whatever the case may be. But the Lord had to rebuke him once again. You see? It says, Then said the Mashiach Yahweh to Peter, Put up thy sword into the sheath. You think he just told him, say, bro, look, watch what you doing, this and that. No, he spoke with authority. Yahweh Shah was an all-star man. All right? He spoke with authority. Man, put that sword back in your fucking sheet, man. And let them come to do whatever they come to do. Or get behind me. Then now he telling him, I read, get thee behind me, Satan. All right? You see? Or did I read it? Matthew 8. That's a lock. It says, Lord willing, I'm going to get to that. Okay? So, that was pretty much the point in that. Like I said, I'm going to keep it short and sweet and, move strong. You see? But this Matthew 14 and 28 ain't going to be long, just through the spirit, man. If King David could rebuke, how much more us? Not to say, there's no respects of person, but the Lord chastening whom he love, man. All right? And sometimes rebuke is a chastisement of words, man. Which is rebuke is more rebuke is spiritual pain, man. All right? Now there's a physical pain, that's an ass whipping. You see? But rebuke is that spiritual pain, man. All right? Because it cut to the dividing asunder of the soul and spirit, man. It gets your mind right. But it's well needed. But this Matthew 14 and 28, just to keep your servants in order, man. And Peter answered, this 27, this dealing with Peter. He was on the sea, man. This when Yahweh Shah was walking on water. But once again, you better go back and read this account, on your own time. Just for the sake of time, I'm gonna get straight to the point. It says, but straightway Yahweh shall speak unto them. This Matthew 14 and 27. But straightway Yahweh shall speak unto them, saying, be of good cheer. It is I. Be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come into the water. How did not know that's him, man? He been with him. There go Peter again, man. But once again, I give him credibility. He had enough faith to I want to walk on the water. Or it was, just set for this to be in this account. And he said, come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on water to go to the Mashiach Yahweh Shah. But when he saw the wind, the boisterous, he was afraid and began to sink. He cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Yahweh Shah stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? What is you doubting for? Don't you see me on the water? Do y'all not believe I am he? Alpha and Omega? Why you doubt? You think he said that softly once again? Told him look, probably told him, should have let your ass drown. You keep on. Nah. I speak as a man when I say this. So this is not scriptural. All right. But I'm just, going into, details, man, possibilities. All right. He man, look, keep on. Baby probably told him, look, if you keep on down, you is going to drown. Which is symbolic to, if you don't have faith, you is going to die. Or whatever the case may be. You may tell him that to build his faith up, man. Knowing that he part of the elect. Yahweh shall know who he is. All right. But the point in time of finding faith is finding yourself. It's finding out who you is, man. When you find out who you is and what you're a part of, your faith going to grow. All right. Because you're going to know you're a part of the greatest thing on the planet Earth, man. By faith coming by hearing and hearing of the word, man. All right. Not only hearing, the Lord allow us to see the things that was created from his word as well. You see? So faith should be the ultimate thing. It says, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? They were in the ship and came and worshiped him, saying, a truth of thou art the Son of the Most High. You already knew that. Did he need to walk on water? All right. That just was another example that the Lord was doing to build their faith up, man. That's it. You see? But the Lord rebuked them again. Oh, thou of little faith, wherever didst thou doubt? What you steady doubting for? You know? Doubt. Let me get that. Romans 14:23. For doubting is sin, man. This Romans 14:23. I'm going to read 22. Has thou faith? Have it to thyself before the Most High, man. All right? Happy is he that condemneth not himself in a thing which he allow it, man. All right? You have faith. You know this meat. You know, have faith in that. It says, and he that doubted is damned if he eat, because he eateth not of faith. For whatsoever is not of faith is sin, man. So you can't be a doubter, man. You know, like doubting Thomas, man. All right? You got to fix that with faith. Faith cures doubt, man. All right? And doubt is none but fear. All right? Of the betraying of the succorer. Meaning you thinking that your help done betrayed you. And our help is the Mashiach Yahushua. He ain't going to never betray us, man. Because this the Lord's word. You see? But this 2 Samuel. Chapter 12, I'm going to start from the top at 1. It says, the Lord sent Nathan. Now, this dealing with David. This was King David. Now, remember, that was Peter. This King David. It says, and the Lord, the Mashiach Yahushua, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, sent Nathan unto David. And he came unto him and said unto him. Now, this is an account where Nathan was basically about to expose, the rebuke David for the wickedness that he done. For when he committed murder. All right, adultery. You know, he stole a man. You know, everything that he did into Uriah the Hittite. All right, and once again, you brothers go read the whole account for yourself and just get to the premise of the, you know, to deal with the title of the lesson, the rebuke. There's no one is above rebuke. It says in your because if King David could be rebuked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like I'm gonna put 10 times, man. How much more the men of the Lord, man? It says he came unto him and said unto him, there were 2 men in one city, and he using a parable basically to catch David up in his transgression which he did. It says there be 2 men in one city, the one rich and the other poor. The rich man had exceeding many flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing save one little ewe lamb which he had bought and nourished up, and it grew up together with him and with his children. It did eat of his own meat and drank of his own cup and lay in his own bosom and was unto him as a daughter. And there came a traveler unto the rich man, and he spared to take of his own flock, of his own herd, to dress for the wayfaring man that was come unto him, but took the poor man's lamb and dressed it for the man that was come to him. And David's anger was greatly kindled against the man, and he said to Nathan, as the Mashiach Yahushua liveth, the Mashiach Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua liveth, the man that had done this thing shall surely die. And he shall restore the lamb fourfold, because he did this thing and because he had no pity. And Nathan said to David, thou art the man. Thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, God of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hands of Saul. Okay? And I gave thee thy master's house and thy master's wife into thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, I would moreover have given thee such and such things, man. All right? Wherefore hast thou despised the commandment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to do evil in his sight? Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and hast taken his wife to be thy wife, and has slain him with the sword of the children of the Ammon, man. So David wilded out, man. All right? But the point is, the rebuke happened when, and Nathan said to David, thou art the man. You're this bloody man that did this, man. All right? That took the poor man that had nothing, slaved and did this and did that, man. So, you know, Salak, I want to get to the point the way where he said Salak, and bring out one more. You know, basically David tried to sweep it under the rug. Salak, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, but that's the point. David tried to sweep under the rug what he did, man. But guess what? Nathan rebuked him. Once again, David got rebuked, man. You see? Let me get this real quick. Even Uriah prior to that, he rebuked him. Not rebuked him, but didn't basically listen to what David said, man. But they'll get to the point. This 2 Samuel 11:11. It says, and Uriah said unto David, the ark in Israel, David basically commanded him to go to his house. All right. And basically, was it? Yeah. To go to his house or whatever. And that's what it's going to say. You know, when he called Uriah out of the battle, all right, to basically get him to go try to cover up his tracks, you know, what he did to go kind of, you know, lay with his wife and do all those things because she got pregnant with child or whatever the case may be. And David wanted to cover up what he did. We're showing he knew what he did. It says, I'm going to read 8. I'm going to start at 8. It says, and David said to Uriah, go down to the house. This after he called him from out the wall and wash thy feet. And Uriah departed out of the king's house, and there followed him a mess of meat from the king. But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of his lord and went not down to his house. And you know, when the king says something, man, you got to do that. You know, he told him go to his house, but the man ain't go to his house. He says, and when they had told David, saying Uriah went not down into his house, David said unto Uriah, camest thou not from thy journey? Why then didst thou not go down unto thy house? Meaning you came from out the wall. Why you ain't go to your house? Because it's still laws on, you know, what Israel will want. When we won, we ain't go to our house because where our one was at, where we would then have what? Sex, man. It says, and Uriah said unto David, the ark and Israel and Judah abide in tents, and my lord Joab and the servants of my lord are encamped in the open fields. Shall I then go into mine house to eat and to drink and to lie with my wife? As thou livest and as thou soul liveth, I will not do this thing. He told the king he not gonna do this, man. And the king told him to do that. Go to your house, man. You know? You see? So that, hey, once again, got David mind right, man. The Lord rebuking David, man. You see? All right, get another one in 2 Samuel. So these was ones with Samuel, man. I mean, with King David. Remember, I did a few with Peter. Nah, this a few with King David. All right? And with the same issue, you know? But this 2 Samuel 16, and I'm going to start at 9. It says, then said Abbai, said the son of Zariah unto the king, why should this dead dog curse my lord the king? Let me go over, I pray thee, and take off his head. So at the time, this was a peasant. This was a peasant basically rebuking, well, it's going to say it enough. And you brothers could go read this account once again on y'all own. Sake of time. And the king said, what have I to do with you, ye sons of Zeruiah? So let him curse, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has said unto him, curse David, who shall then say, wherefore hast thou done this? And David said to Lockie, and David said to Abishai and to all his servants, behold, my son, which came forth of my bowels, seeking my life. How much more now may this Benjamite do it? Let him alone and let him curse. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua had bitten him, man. Not only did he curse him, he rebuked him. He rebuked them sternly, man. He was cursing them. He knew that the Lord was cursing him for what he had done. It says, it may be that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will look on my affliction, and that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will requite me good for his curse in this day, man. You see, rebuking and cursing go hand in hand, man. All right. David knew what this was coming from, man. You know, he was like, once again, he was getting rebuked in different reincarnations as Peter, as David, for doing what? Doing wrong or saying something wrong, man. You see? But this First Chronicles. Okay. 21:3. And it reads, and Joab answered, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua made this people. This one David numbered Israel. Okay? Once again, you brothers could read the account on y'all own, all right? Well, I start from the top just to give y'all a, prelude. It said, and Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. So this was the account where David numbered Israel. I'm going to jump to 3. And Joab answered, the Lord make his people. Well, I'm going to read 2. And David said to Joab and to the rulers of the people, go number Israel from Beersheba even to Dan, and bring the number of them to me that I may know it. And Joab answered, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua make his people 100 times so many more as they be. But my lord the king, are they not all that my Lord's servants? Why then doeth my Lord require this thing? Will he be a cause to trespass of Israel? Well, Joab, what you doing? Like, you gonna trespass against Israel? Like, we're not supposed to number that. Pretty much getting David's mind right, man. Like, what you doing? Now, we don't know how that was said, okay? And we don't want to go. I don't want to get into too many particulars, but this sounds like he's questioning the Lord, man. Or like, rebuke is something, in a sense, rebuking the Lord in respect. Right? He rebuking the king in respect. Like, hold on, wait a minute. To rebuke is to reprove too. It don't gotta always be sharp. It could just be a change of mind. To rebuke you is just to change your mind on something. Like, hey, bro, you need to do this like that. Or don't you think it'll be better this way? Or that we don't break the law? He basically told him, like, don't trespass against it, But I'm going to jump to 6. It says, but Levi and Benjamin counted he not them. I'm going to read all the way down. It says, nevertheless, this foe, the king's word prevailed against Joab. Wherefore Joab departed and went throughout all Israel and came to Jerusalem. So David, being hard like Peter, same tendencies, same spirit. All right. Like, look, man, you heard what I said, do it like this. And Joab gave the sum of the number of people unto David, and all day of Israel were 1,000 and 100,000 men that drew sword, and Judah was 400, 310,000 men that drew sword. But Levi and Benjamin counted he not among them, for the king's word was abominable to Joab, man. Like, man, this wicked, man. This is abomination. This is a wicked thing. Like, what you doing? So he didn't even count Levi and Benjamin, man. He knew it was wicked. So Job probably didn't want that to fall on his head. Like, man, I'm a miscount. Now I know the king said this, but like you say, it's no respects of person, man. Somebody tell you go do some wicked shit, man. Go to Leviticus 5:1. Like, no, bro, look, you going off. And then, oh, man, don't tell nobody. No, man, that's off, man. You see, you got to know the scriptures. You got to go back to Leviticus 5:1. Matter of fact, let me get that. Because that's a rebuke when you go to that, This Leviticus chapter 5, verse 1, it says, and if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness, whether he has seen or know of it, if he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity, man. You see? When somebody tell you to go off, man, like, man, look, you tripping. You know, speak against it. Man, look, I'm gonna go carry this out, but I ain't gonna do everything he told me to do. You know, because Joab had to take the orders of the king. King David still was the king, and if he just told him outright he wasn't gonna do it, you know, it could have been off with his head, man. His life would be in jeopardy. So, like he said, I ain't number Levi and Benjamin. You see? Let me get a quick pre. All right. 15. All right. It's locking. This Titus 2:15. It says, these things speak and exhort and rebuke with all authority. Let no man despise thee. Hey, man, rebuke with all authority, man. You know, that's the teaching us that deny ungodly and worldly lust, man. You know, where we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in this present world, man. And the way that we do that is by, living up to the law, statutes, and commandments, and following the order that's in place, man. Knowing the scriptures, man. All right, knowing what we can and can't do. All right, but let me get another one. This Galatians 2:11. And it's like I say, it's just an exhortation for rebuke. Hey, no man is above order, man. At the end of the day, it don't matter who he is. So I use King David because he a prominent figure, and who we look up to in the scriptures, man. Even he was getting chastised, man. Put back in his place, meaning he was going off. All right. This Galatians 2, once again, and 11. And it reads, right? It says, but when Peter was come to Antioch, I withstood him to his face because he was to be blamed. All right. So Paul was rebuking Peter right here, man. You see? Paul was rebuking him. He said, I withstood him to his face because he was to be blamed. Meaning what? We got face to face with him. I put him in his place. Like, look, Peter, you tripping. All right? This because he didn't want, this was the situation where he didn't want sin with the Gentiles. All right? It's because it says, for before that certain came from James, he did eat with the Gentiles. But when they were come, he withdrew and separated himself, fearing them which were of the circumcision, man. You see? And the other Jews disassembled likewise with him, insomuch that Barnabas also carried away with their dissimulation. This the point. But when I saw that they walked not uprightly according to the truth of the gospel, I said unto Peter before them all, if thou being a Jew livest after the manners of the Gentiles and not as do the Jews, why compellest the Gentiles to live as do the Jews, man? All right? You been a hypocrite, man. You see? All right? So Paul, man, look, man. I'm withstood him to his face, man. Like, look, you been a hypocrite, man. What you doing, man? So once again, Peter got rebuked again, man. You see? I get into the account with Moses, and I get out of here with this Exodus 4, you see? And Moses, once again, if you could receive this, was King David, man. Moses was our first king of Israel, man. That was called king. You see? And who was, David was the king of Israel, okay? The first righteous king, because Saul just was wicked. It was set up to really usher in David, okay? All right, as being that on what that righteous that lively stone, that righteous stone. All right, because Saul was as a stone, turned, a turned stone, man. All right, but David was was that rock, that the Lord built his house upon. But this is Exodus 4:10, and it reads, and once again, this account with with Moses, basically the Lord giving him a mission or duty to go do, and he going up against the Lord, man. Just like Peter did with the Lord, man. You know, several times, man. And David went against the word of the Lord as well. Okay, this Exodus 4 and 10, it says, and Moses said unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither herefore. And remember, the Lord just had showed him miracles, man. All right. He put his hand into his bosom and he made it snow. In this account, just give you an overview of the account. All right. He threw the he had a serpent and he threw it down, man. And you know, it became, I mean, he had the staff or the rod and it became a serpent. All right. You see? So he was doing things before him to let him know, like, look, you good, man. All right. It says, but I'm going to jump to the point. And Moses said unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, this after the Lord had showed him all these miracles, man, and things. And Moses said unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Lord, I am not eloquent, neither hereto, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and of a slow tongue. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua said unto him, who had made man's mouth, or who maketh the dumb or the deaf or the seeing or the blind? Have not I, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua? Hey, you know he said that with some force behind that, man. Like, what is you talking about, man? Have not I made everything? All right, you tripping, you spooking, you worrying about this and that. Look, I got you. I'm going to guide you, man. It says, now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth and teach thee what thou shalt say. You think the Lord was saying that to him? You know, I'm sorry, please. No, man. The Lord talked with authority, man. It says, and he said, oh, my Lord, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him whom thou wast sent. And the anger of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua was kindled against Moses. And he said, is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee. And when he see thee, he will be glad in his heart. You see? And thou shalt speak unto him and put words in his mouth. And I will be with thy mouth and with his mouth. And will teach you what he shall do. And he shall be thy spokesman unto the people. And he shall be to thee instead of a mouth. And thou shalt be to him instead of a God, man. You see? So, a rebuke is necessary, man. For building your spirit. All right. Getting you back in order. It's for humbling, man. You know, for to abase you. All right, when you're abounding yourself, you know. All right. So, like once again, man, you know, I hope it was, pretty much edifying, man. But pretty much all the points was covered, man. And King David rebuked in different reincarnations, man. You know how much more us, man. You know, as Peter, as Moses, King David, all these was King David, man. All right. But with that, man, till the next time, I want to say shalom.